Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter. In the last class, we have completed all the shlokas. As usual, today I will give the summary of the 8th chapter. The 8th chapter is titled as the Akshara Brahma Yogam or Taraka Brahma Yogam. This chapter comes in the middle part of the Bhagavad Gita. That means the Madhyama Shatkam. 7th chapter to 12th chapter is called Madhyama Shatkam. As we saw in the Pradhama Shatkam, Karma Yoga is the main sadhana. And in this Shatkam, the main sadhana is called Upasana Yoga sadhana. Of course, the last Shatkam naturally going to be the Jnana Yoga sadhana. Now, in this particular Shatkam, except this 8th chapter, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. All other 5 chapters talks about the Sadhyo Mukti, Jivan Mukti. In fact, Bhagavan wants all of us to get the Jivan Mukti right now in this life itself. That is his desire. But still, there are many people may not come to this. So he wants us who are studying the Vedanta, we must know there is another route also called Krama Mukti. So except the 8th chapter, nowhere in the Bhagavad Gita Bhagavan mentioned about the Krama Mukti. Wherever he talks about the Yogi Lakshanas, Stita Prajna Lakshanas, Bhakta Lakshanas, Gnani Lakshanas, all these things are just to say and elevate us, oh, this is the state you have to attain here and now. But just to inform us, he is telling the Krama Mukti. So this chapter alone talks about that Krama Mukti. Now here, about the Upasana Yoga. And this Upasana is of two kinds. One is the Sakama Upasana, another is Nishkama Upasana. Sakama or Nishkama, but what kind of Upasana? Saguna Brahma Vishaya Manasa Vyaparam is called Upasana. Saguna Brahma Vishaya Manasa Vyaparam Upasana. Why you say specifically Manasa? Because when you come to the real Upasana part, there won't be any Bahya Karya Kalapams including your Abhishekam, sitting, Puja and Archana, Bhajana, all these things won't be there. These all, everything is at with the mind only. That too, in the mind, some that puja steps you can imagine, but that is also later you drop it, you do only dhyanam. So real upasana meaning Bhagavad Dhyanam. What kind of Bhagavan here? Saguna Brahma Vishayam Manasa Vyapara. And here, as we just now said, Sakama Upasana, Nishkama Upasana. Sakama Upasana also Bhagavan not interested to highlight here. But on the way, he just mentioned that if a person who do with the Sakama Upasana, he may go to the temporary worlds and come back. But here highlighted with the Nishkama Saguna Brahma Vishaya Upasana. Now, if a person do the Sakama Upasana, he may get Ihaloka Phalam and Paraloka Phalam also. We didn't say that he won't get any Phalam, Sakama Upasana. So majority people do Upasana, Puja, whatever with Sakama only. And for that so many things are also told in the Shastra. Okay. So Ihaloka Sukham Phalam or Paraloka Phalam he will attain. Okay. But this Nishkama Upasaka, which is discussed here, he will also, if he is not transcended, he is not shifted his Nishkama Upasana to the Jnanam. There are again here diversion. One is this Nishkama Upasana, in fact, it should give a qualification, preparation for you to enter into the Jnana Yogam. But again, here also majority are not shifting to the Jnana Yoga. Why? The reason may be anything. One is he is afraid of dropping this Upasana part, or he may be not convinced what the later part of the Shastra Vedanta says, or he may not have the enough physical health. See, to do any what I like puja at my home, nobody says anything. Anytime I can sit anytime, either I do short or I do long, nothing. Whatever I imagine I can do, puja, upasana. I think that itself is the upasana. Sometimes I will do chant japa, nama. But in Jnana Yoga, you must go to the Guru. So body physically should be available, mind also. Or because of that unhealthy state, he may left the body early, or he may not get the proper Guru in his life. So ultimately to say, still Ishvara Krupa is not showered on him. What we can say more than that? So any of these hurdles or obstacles may be caused. So he won't shift. Now, the person who is not shifting, okay, the purpose of the Upasana Yoga is it should prepare you. By the time in the life you must get the Viveka Vairagya. Through that, you must now jump into the Gnana Yoga. Naturally, there Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam. And he attains the Jivan Mukti here itself. This is Lord wants every one of us to enjoy. Afterwards, how long he lives according to Prarabdha? He lives joyfully, peacefully, and then Videha Mukti also guaranteed. But instead of that, this diversion, this another Nishkama Upasaka, he wants the Ishvara, he wants to get the moksha. But without shifting to the Gnana Yoga, by Upasana itself, you can't get the moksha. He thinks that, as Lord said here, I remember at the time of the death also the Lord, so I will go to that particular loka or the Brahma loka. Lord himself told. So he is very much obsessed by that, but he will go. Krama Mukti. So choice is ours now, whether I want Sadhyo Mukti or Krama Mukti. So except this chapter, the whole Bhagavad Gita's emphasis indirectly or sometimes directly about the Sadhyo Mukti. Nasti postamas or postponing. So this chapter is having this subject of Krama Mukti. And after this, Videhi Mukta also he will get. Jivan Mukti, hereafter the topic will come there. So now here, that Gnani is not in the competition here. I told last class at the end. So if you all three are standing there, Sakama Upasaka, Nishkama Upasaka. In the Nishkama Upasaka, again, who desires the Kramamukti. And here Gnani standing means to whom you will vote. You have to vote for the Gnani only, but he's not contexting in this chapter. But next chapter, that hero Gnani will come again, ninth chapter onwards. So this is the background of this. We can call in another way, this chapter is called Kramamukti chapter. Kramamukti chapter. Akshara Brahma Yoga or Tarak Brahma Yoga, Akshara Parabrahma Yoga or Kramamukti Yoga chapter. Okay. So with this background, now we will see what is mentioned in all those 28 shlokas. In shloka number 1 to 4, Arjuna's questions and the Bhagavan's answer. Okay. In that also only first two shlokas are the Arjuna's questions based on the end of the 7th chapter. Okay. There Bhagavan used some words. Adi Brahma, Adhiyagnam, Adhibhutam, Adhidaivam, Karma, all these words Bhagavan used. Adhyatmam. For all that Arjuna asking, what do you mean by Brahma? What do you mean by Adhyatmam, Adhibhutam, Adhiyagnam, Karma? So 6 questions plus that 7th question. You said at the time of the Prayana Kale, remembering me, he attains me. And why you emphasize like that? If you don't remember at the time of the end of departuring, what will happen? So all this keeping in the mind, Arjuna's 7th question. So first shloka, he asked four questions. Kim tad brahma kim adhyatmam kim karma purushottama adhibhutancha kim proktam adhidhaivam kimuchyate. Then second shloka, adhiyagnam kadam kotra dehesmin madhusudana prayana kale. So that is the 7th question. So 3 lines he asked the 6 questions. Now Bhagavan first answering these 6 questions in 3rd and 4th shlokas. Within 2 shlokas he answered the 6 questions. That means very briefly Bhagavan answered. He starts first answering about the Brahma. So that's why he started with Aksharam Brahma Paramam. Altogether for the Shastra, Veda, The important is the Aksharam, Brahman. So, being Bhagavan used that word here, and he concludes also with that Aksharam word. This chapter is titled as the Akshara Brahma Yogam. While answering these questions, Bhagavan told Adhyatmam and Brahma both are one and the same. Bhagavan didn't speak in this way, but I am putting as a summary conclusion what Adhyatmam and Brahma are one and the same. Means what? Consciousness. But what is the difference? Why the two words? From two standpoints, from two angles. That is, individually, when you talk about the one person, the consciousness which is functioning in that particular individual jiva is called Adhyatma. Same consciousness when it functions in the samashti level total is called Brahma. So, one and the same. That only we are going to conclude Jiva Ishvara Brahma Aikyam. So, in that way, they are the same consciousness. That means micro level and the macro level. Okay. Then, what is Adhibhutam? For that, Bhagavan answered, the perishable, material, phenomenal, the world is called Adhibhutam. Here, Bhutam, not ghost or the Panchabhuta alone. The entire perishable, a relative, that appearing world is called Adhibhutam. So, what it exists of? Then we analyze, go for Pancha Mahabhutas, Mula Prakriti Mahatattvam, then Trigunas, Panchabhutas, Akasham, this Vayu came, fire came, like that. So, Adhibhutam. Then, what do you mean by Adhidaivam? For that, Bhagavan answers, there are so many faculties, indriyas in every jiva. Each faculty has preceded by one devata. And here, Adi Daivam means this individual faculties, the devatas, all put together at the samashti level again, it becomes the Hiranyagarbha. Still to say in a simpler way, here individual mind and the total cosmic mind is called Adhidaivam. Adhidaivam. That means the mind which governs functions behind this entire material world. Behind the entire material world is called Adhidaivam. That's why we say Samashti. Put together all the Devata Samashti is called Hiranyagarbha. Then what do you mean by Adhiyagnam? Adhiyagnaha. Whatever this karma done by these jivas, that karma phala data Ishvara, from him only the results are given properly to that particular jivas. Yes, that means how he remembers, where he will note, in which super Rudra computer. Recently Rudra computer are opened in the India. Before itself, supercomputers are there, but now super. Our government gave the name to the Rudra, Maharudra computer, in 5 important places of India, which can communicate to many branches of the science in our country. More than 360 universities of the world, they can communicate and interact. That means all our Indian universities are included. A big revolution in the technology and science. So I am mentioning that. Then what is this cosmic intelligence which takes the data and properly distributes? That cosmic intelligence, there we use cosmic mind. We have two parts now, my lower mind and higher mind. That cosmic intelligence which is preparing the data and correctly distributing is called Adhiyajnaha. Now, that distribution of the uh, karma phaladata, Ishvara, Katruragneya prapyate phalam, karma kim param, karma tajjadam, Katruragneya. That karma, law of karma. Now, the another question, sixth one is about the karma itself. What do you mean by karma? Now, these two are interlinked. That Adhyagna cosmic intelligence which maintain the data and executes the law of karma. Now, what is karma actually? Why that cosmic intelligence has to execute? Karma is that the actions, the summation of the actions done by all the jivas are the cause. Whatever karma, punya karma, papa karma, whatever, all that karma is the cause for the actual creation. Lord says, otherwise I have no any job purpose of the creation. Brahman doesn't have any purpose of the creation. So the creation is actually I with my karma I created. My karma means not only every individual. So all of us together, our karma, phala to exhaust, punya papa, we need this world. Now here again, very important point that law of karma he executes, but this karma is not actually individual. I did my karma, but to exhaust, we need a network. So in this Adhiyagnam, this network also included. No? So this karma, cause of creation. And that creation should not be like a chaos, orderly going on. Now here see each one of us exhaust and cancel our karma. Okay, if the so for example, if mosquito comes and bites me here, it enjoys my blood. It enjoying its punya karma. I am exhausting my papa karma. Simple example. Now you take every your relation, everything. So it is interlinked. If anybody person creating problem in our family, either children or any prarabdha, karma. If you understand this, you never hit your head. You accept that this is what is going on. So we need not to blame the Ishvara, we need not blame the people also, you need not to blame yourself also. You grow up, grow out of it, stand apart. Then this is not going to affect you anyway. Anyway, not going to affect you anyway right now while living. This is the most important point in the Gnana Yoga. In fact, everybody wants, I want relief now. I want relief now. Then our struggle is for that only. Unless you study and understand and you grow out of all this, you can't get the relief. No any other way. No any other method. So far, no one has not invented. So far, no one has not achieved. Here further, after also, hereafter also, no one can do that. So here, 6 questions are answered. Whenever we analyze, generally human beings, there is, by doing the prashchitta, parihara, by finding out with some jyotisha or anything, can I get rid of this like that? We keep on engaged in those things. Bhagavan said in the 3rd chapter itself, you don't know its root, its cause, its depth. Gahana karmano gatihi. Kim karma kimakarmeti kavayopyatra mohitaha. What is karma? What is akarma? What is vikarma? What is this, that? This is a very big network. Don't break your head unnecessarily. Gahana karmano gatihi. So instead of that, you look at the other side of the coin. Other side of the coin is consciousness, Brahman. Then everything will be solved. Everything will be dissolved. Everything will be solved and means people again will question that. Whatever we are thinking that we solved that problem, another problem will crop up. So everybody with the sufficient problems. So they will keep on come like mushrooms. By the time one you solve this, many are waiting. That's why in Gnana, we say everything is dissolved. So 6 questions are answered from sloka number 1 to 4. This much. Bhagavan said it very, very briefly, 1 or 2 words. Then the 7th question, which is the main topic of this chapter. From 5th shloka onwards, from up to 14th shloka. So the 7th question answered. Remembering the Lord at the time of the death. Okay? At the time of the death. Prayana Kalesha. But my question is, I'm not questioning why I have to remember you, but how to remember? Katam Gneyosi. We discussed, no? Death time, body, pranas are going. How pathetic it is, nothing is under control. So that is the Arjuna's question. And you used the word niyatatmavihi. Even though he is a very good upasaka, bhakta, and practiced yoga, niyatatmavihi, even to such a person, Katham, how he will do or how is it possible? So then Bhagavan from the fifth shloka onwards started underlying another doubt. If we don't remember what is going to happen, okay? There, right, in the seventh chapter ending, Bhagavan just simply said this much only. Prayana kale apichamam te viduhu yukta chetasaha. That much only Bhagavan. Yukta chetasa, who have got well disciplined mind, even at the time of the departure also, happy, they will remember me. So what if they don't remember you, or if they remember you? If they don't remember, what is the drawback? Or if they remember you, what is the benefit? Naturally, that question also there inside. So Bhagavan started telling, Antakale cha mameva smaran vuttva kalevaram yam prayati samadbhavam yati nanyastra samshayaha. The benefit is this, Arjuna. Whoever remembers me and leaves the body, then they won't come back again. Okay? And they reach me only. They reach me only. Okay? In this, no doubt anything regarding this. And why you specifically say that at the moment of the death? Because the last thought, which is predominant in your mind, that takes the lead for the next shariram or janma or next prayanam, the direction. That's why Bhagavan said, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tejatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitaha. So that means we must be very careful. Yeah, we must be very careful. So at the time of the death, to remember either I am uh, remembering the Lord and His name or that form, it won't happen suddenly just like that. Won't happen suddenly just like that. Therefore, Lord instructed immediately. Therefore, I am telling you, Arjuna, you need a lot of practice right now from today. तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु मामनुस्मरयुध्य च. Therefore, you all the time you remember me and engage in the world. Your body, mind, intellect, mayarpitamano buddhi. If you start living like that, then definitely mameva aishyasi asamshayam. Again here also, then in this there is no doubt, but you have to tasmat sarveshu kalesh. In this way, Bhagavan started explaining. I'm not going with every shloka. If a person not remember the Lord, what will happen? He won't go to the higher world or reach the Lord or Brahmaloka. He will be born according to your predominant thoughts in the mind, vasanas. I highlighted that day one point. When we grow old more, our vasanas become more stronger and willpower will become weak. Willpower will become weak. It natural because of the body is becoming old and everything. So therefore, how much subhavasanas you feed from so many years, from the young age, that will help. That's why bhakti is kama or nishkama later, at least some upasana, some lord, some anchor is needed for your people. That's why from childhood we have to give. We are giving like that. We give. Our tradition is that we must give something higher to hold on. Because except the Lord, whatever you hold on, you will become miserable. They will cheat you. They will leave you and go. Then you will feel bad. So, from the beginning, you have that attitude of holding on to the Lord. So, in this way, Bhagavan explained few slokas. While explaining that, Bhagavan also given the about Omkara. And in the middle, he explained about that what is that Ishvara Tattva, what is the Paramatma Tattva that we discussed from the Vedantic perspective. Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoraniyanahmeva Tadvat Anoraniyan Samanu Smaredhya Sarvasya Dhatar. In this I explained each and every word. So then Bhagavan said about the Yoga Abhyasa. Okay, Yoga Abhyasa. Naturally, a disciplined upasana and tapomaya jivanam is also called as a yoga abhyas. But in that, especially including the pranayamam, then that omkar aksharam. So Bhagavan discussed about that omkara, and then how they will do that. So this is purely if a person wants to go to Brahmaloka or Ishvara Prapti later, he has to do a lot of sadhana. Sarvadvarani samyamya, all the indriyas are pulled inside, all the pranas are pulled inside, and everything brought into the center and taken through the Brahmarandra, all these things. And Om Ityekaksharam Brahma Vyaharan Mamanusmaran Yah Prayati Tejan Deham Sayati Paramam Gatim. He only attains the highest destination. So like this, up to the 14th shloka, people, Lord explained about this Kramamukti, Sadhana and all that. The answer for the 7th question. Now, you asked to know what is the benefit of coming to you? Just to come and see and visit and say, hello, wish you. No. Very important. 15th shloka Bhagavan said, from here he has taken a one divergent topic about anityatvam of this material world. Anityatvam. Before saying that the temporariness, asashvatatvam of this world, he used a very beautiful statement given. By reaching me, mamupetya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Punarjanma na apnuvanti mahatmanaha samsiddhim paramam gataha. Punarjanma means dukkhalayam. If you say, no, no, I'm ready to come back, okay, come back. Who say don't come back? Your choice. But it is a dukkhalayam and ashashvaram. Again you will suffer, again it is temporary. So again you will go, again you will come back. But once if you reach me, there is no again returning back. So both the benefits Bhagavan said. Now in that, if a person who goes to the higher worlds enjoys, he will come back again. Now that means Sakama Upasaka, if he do any other upasanas, other devatas, he goes to other lokas. He will get that benefits he enjoys. That only I am telling. You have to come back. That come back he elaborated here. Brahma bhuvanam lokah punaravartinorjuna. And again here mamupetyatu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate. So you decide you want to go this sorry go round, thinking that it is a merry-go-round, go. Then afterwards you will, one day, one time you will tell, but you will forget. I don't want, I am not going to get in hereafter anymore. Like that one in the life also, say no generally, Prasuti Vairagyam and Smashana Vairagyam, every woman, that is, I don't want. Huh? Hell. Same way, seeing the death and going to the burial ground and in my front of my eyes, the person's body is burned, then we'll become Devadas for a few days. What is life? We don't like to see. Gradually, again we'll become as usual. We are in the square one. That means it doesn't mean that you be all the time sad and remember that. Try to understand. Try to understand how to digest that. But still you will keep smiling and continue your life, but in a useful manner. This Nishkama Upasana is meant for internal spiritual growth. Internal spiritual growth. So the Kramamukti going person is not bad. It's okay. At least he said, I don't want goodbye to all this. And let me be with the Lord himself. Only thing there, how long you have to live and how many classes you have to attend and how many hours you have to do. How many years Brahmaji lives as long that I have to live and listen the classes. That we don't know. We don't know. But definitely you will, there also after going there, your track is changed. What? Shravanam Mananam Nididhyasanam. It won't finish here itself, finish off. See, unknown thing, after telling, I am also telling, but it's a long process. And for that, see how much preparation you have to do. How much preparation you have to do. But for a Brahmagnani, Jivan Mukta, whether he has to remember this and that, he don't want to remember anything. Because all the memory, all the mind, all the buddhi, shariram, world, everything is mithya. That jnanam alone I already attained. After attaining that jnanam, if my body uh, dies in coma or in accident or somewhere in sleep, what can I do for that? In my opinion, the body is not there now also. Don't forget that main, because I already did the Mithyatva Nishayam. This is like a dream. Hold on to that and be in that knowledge. That itself enough. That's enough. Don't struggle the last moment remembering. That's why you try to acquire a clear knowledge now and here as quickly as possible, and be as a Gnana Nishtavan. That's no struggle. So like this, Bhagavan explained, and then that is his creation also. Brahmaji goes to sleep and Brahmaji's lifespan, and he will come back, and that jiva so only will again comes, because otherwise their karma prarabdham how to exhaust. Okay, even though temporarily they gone into dormant, unmanifest, but they will come again with the same. We are also coming like that. We go to sleep, but next day our same prarabdha continues. Same kitchen, same husband, same children, same job, same body. This also Bhagavan explained. Then after that, in 20, up to where we gone now? 5 to 14 and 15 to 20. Now what I talked about this Dukkhalayam Asashvatam Abrahma Bhunan, these are all 15 to 20 shlokas. And proved, showed that Anityatvam of the world, Ashashvatam. Then, before concluding, in 21st and 22nd shlokas, Bhagavan uh, given an indication and importance of the Brahma Jnanam and Jivan Mukti. Because that two shlokas are not connected to that. Here, what he used the word Aksharam, now that Aksharam he has taken here and again brought into the recognition. Very important shlokas. By saying these two shlokas about Brahma and Krama Mukti, Jivan Mukti and Vidhe Mukti. Sorry, Jivan Mukti, not Mukti, Krama Mukti, Jivan Mukti and Vidhe Mukti. He just indicating, mentioning. Avyaktokshara ityuktaha tamahu paramam gati. Brahmalokam, that is avyaktam. Yam prapya na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. Then purushassa parapartha bhaktya. This is a single pointed and unconditional devotion, commitment to the cause. Bhaktya labdhyatu ananyaya. Ananya bhaktya. That means devote yourself to the self-inquiry. This is not a normal bhakti word. It is exclusively you devote yourself, put efforts, listen, understand, digest, and in that way it is available. It is not difficult. Yasyantasthani bhutani yena sarvamidam tatam. So he is mentioning about the Brahma Tattvam, Atma Chaitanyam, that my Param Thamam, that Paramam is all pervading consciousness. These two are just again like that mentioning the Brahma Tattvam, but not explicitly told anything like that. Then only he goes to the 23rd to 27th shloka. Yes, here there are two type of travelers and two margas and two destinations and two results. Who are they? Kevala Karmi and upasaka, and that too nishkama upasaka. Nishkama upasaka, Saguna Brahma. So about these two people, Bhagavan just divided like that. One is a bright path, okay, Devayanam, Shuklagati, then description given, all those things. And then another side is the Pitruyanam, Krishnagati, then he goes to the, except the Brahmaloka, other worlds. So in this way, some devatas are all going to help him on the way. And the contradictory point there we discussed that it is mentioning about the actually uh, day, time, this Paksha and Ayanam. Then there will be a contradiction. I told no that day. In Krishna Paksha also daytime is there, nighttime is there. In Dakshinayanam also daytime is nighttime. So how to decide this? What exactly? I told that it is the quality of the mind, not the quality of the time. That I told also in Brahma Sutra, this has discussed because the doubt, contradiction is there. Then after explaining all this, Bhagavan conclusively in 28th shloka. Now one more point before going to that last shloka. What we said, Karmi and Upasaka. These two people are Ajnanis only. Karmi Ajnani, Upasaka Ajnani. Because this Upasaka, he didn't get the Brahma Jnanam here. If he got the Brahma Jnanam here, Jiva Mukti, then he did not go for Krama Mukti. So he is not aware of the Brahman. He is not aware of that I am the Brahman. That Jnanam is not taken. So to get that Jnanam, the person has to go to the teacher. That point is not mentioned because next 9th sloka onwards that already mentioned. 7th chapter and before itself, 5th chapter itself, we got Tadvidhi Pranipatena Pariprishna Sevaya Upadekshanti De Gnanam Gnanina Tattvadarshina. That is mentioned. So we got to know Upasaka is not a Gnani. So Ajnani Upasaka. Then only he has to get the Gnanam. What that Aikya Gnanam, that you can get here itself by approaching the teacher and follow the Gnana. But altogether, as I told, the obstacles, guts, you should have a guts. First of all, you have to understand that you have to come out of the fear and obsessions, all the wrong pre-notions, and for that, you listen the Vedanta properly. How properly? This approaching the teacher for Gnanam, highly essential. Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad also mentioned. Then you have to reach the Samit Panhi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. How the study should be, Vedanta study. We already told many times, just to conclusion reminding. Systematic, persistent, a lengthy period of time from a living teacher, you should listen, Shravana, study. So this is called a Jnana Marga. A systematic study. Okay. 28th shloka as like a phalam. But in this shloka, anyhow, Kramamukti phalam Brahmalokam. Your topic is that only. Keep the Mukti, Jivan Mukti, Brahmagnan separate. But here Bhagavan says, in fact, वेदेषु यज्ञेषु तपस्सु चैव दानेषु यत् पुण्यफलं प्रदिष्टम् अत्येति तत्सर्वमिदं विदित्वा योगी परं स्थानमुपैति चाद्यम्. In this shloka, therefore Arjuna, Nishkama Saguna Brahma Upasana is much superior than the Karma Yoga, Karma. Here the comparison is between these two only. Don't bring the Gnanam. So Veda, whatever is said by this Yajna, that Yajna, this Yajna, Tapas, this all the Dhanam, Punya Phalam, all that at least now you must get that exclusive devotion. I want only the Ishvara Prapti. Now, all that I have done, what I have done, now I got it. Here, the diversion. If I am very well prepared, by God's grace, I may come to in Vedanta. Or I may live as a pseudo Upasaka and Bhakta. Because real Upasakas were not there. Very few are there. Because that also not listened from that. Unless you listen from a guru, even Upasana, you can't understand. Normal Bhakti anybody can do. Sakama Bhakti everybody can do. Anyhow, Bhagavan here highlighted in this yogi by knowing this. And here, that's why in the 27th sloka end, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Yoga Yukto Bhavarjuna. So rather than just being as a karmi, Sakama karmi, and even Sakama Upasana, you become a Nishkam Upasaka. Here yogi means Nishkam Upasaka. You at least become that Arjuna. At least. Why Bhagavan, you become yogi? There he said you become a karma yogi. Then he is telling you you become a upasana yogi. Because you need to prepare and understand and clarify. Otherwise, Bhagavan told about the Atma Tattva, Gnani Lakshanas, Teta Prajna Lakshanas, everything is told already. Bhagavad Gita is a random teaching. It is, of course, we give title and like that. Bhagavan talks there also something and here also something and there also something like that. It's not that much systematic teaching. Why I have to say this? When you compare with the Upanishads, this is Smriti Grantha. This is just 700 slokas told in the war field within 3 hours. Somebody is telling, I don't know. 3 hours also too much or less or what happened? 700 slokas. That's why to understand the Bhagavad Gita itself, it takes lot of time. You bring all these things, segregate, put them in a proper manner. When you study simultaneously Upanishad, so we are able to grasp this much or understand, got some clear idea because we are studying continuously Upanishads, almost 11th Upanishad we are doing it now. Maybe in the beginning that much we have not heard sincerely because we don't know this value and depth and because it takes time Mind has to get polished. That's why, again, English Bhagavad Gita. We don't know how long we read. But equip yourself, upgrade yourself. In this way, Bhagavan very beautifully brought out this eighth chapter with the different points, but mainly the Kramamukti part. So with this, the summary also we concluded. Om Tat Sad Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Akshara Brahma Yogo Nama अष्टमोऽध्यायः हरिः ओम् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् हरि ओम् तत्सत्